العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. هن لباس لكم وأنتم لباس لهم. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا تزوج العبد استكمل نصف دينه فليتق الله في نصف داره. So the topic today is about the tips how to have a happy family. So do you know what? Let's start with the word family. What is family? It said F stands for father, right? M for mother, right? And then so father and mother, I love you. It's beautiful word. Father and mother, I love you. Okay. Why man looking for a wife? Okay, so W stand for what? You can guess. Washing. Right? I stand for what? Sisters? Iron. Right? Right? Okay, F stand for what? Food. E stand for what? Entertainment. So again, what? Why? W stand for what? Washing, and then what? Iron, and then what? Food, entertainment. No, why the woman looking for husband? Husband, S stand for what? Housing. Right? U stand for what? Understanding. And then S stand for what? You can guess. Huh? Salary. Shopping. Right? B stand for what? Almost like buying, overnight. Right? So the word, people have choose the word is not just the word, they have meaning. Yeah? No, there is no book in the world that describe about family more than what? The Quran and the Hadith. Right? Now, very interesting. In the middle, Allah talk about Ramadan. If you read the Quran about Ramadan, in the middle of the Ramadan, Allah put a sentence. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Oh, silakan Mas.
Nggak bisa. Jadi
nanti diedit.
Ya, nanti diedit.
Silakan.
Ini jadi nggak bisa dipause. Misalnya diedit belakang.
Okay, before we start our word, going to test first. Okay, I mentioned about the word family. Family stand for what? F stand for
Mother.
And then A, M, right? And then M, mother, I, and love, right? So father and mother, I love you. There's family.
Oh.
Okay, now I ask you again. Oh, the husband here. Why are you looking for wife? Okay, W stand for what? Joko, for what? W stand for what? Washing. Right? Washing. Right? Okay, for wives, and W stand for washing, and then what? Iron. Sticker.
Ironing.
Ironing. Right? Food.
ETC.
No, entertainment.
Etc.
Okay, we must husband. It stand for what? Housing. You need a house. And then you stand for understanding. Right? And then S for what for?
Saving.
Shopping.
No, not shopping. Not my husband. He likes shopping.
Okay. So anyway, we mentioned about ayah, that very short ayah. There's a lady in British became Muslim because of that ayah. Not ayah either. And very short, it said, "Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahun." Hunna means they, your wife, is like what? Like a garment, like a clothes for you. And you like what? A clothes for your husband. You know what I mean? No, Allah described the relationship between husband and wife as to be like a cloth. So I have a question to you. What is the function of cloth? Apa fungsi pakaian? To cover. So number one is to cover.
Protect.
So that's what the husband, the job what? To cover up the wife. The wife to cover up the husband. That means what going on at home has to be secret. So if somebody asks you, how about your wife? What is your answer? She's the best woman in the world. Right? You know why Allah SWT allow us to lie between husband and wife? You can lie in two ways. Number one, lie between both of you. Now your wife come to you after married 10 years. She's not like before. And then, honey, what do you think about me now? Oh, you still like before. If when you lie, it's okay. Allah allowed it in Islam to make her happy. If when you eat the food, it's not like the food is not really delicious, and you said, "Oh, honey, I never eat like this kind of food." Right? It's okay. The same with the wife. If your husband asks something, right? Or you was have problem, was like argument, and your father-in-law coming. You can pretend, honey, your mom is coming. And then when they left, you can fight against her. Okay, that's the first one. The function of clothes is to cover up, right? Or second, beautify. Clothes is to beautify, right? So therefore, the husband had to show his beauty to whom the first? To the wife. Beauty not only physical, right? You know, his behavior, his action. Because many husbands, when talk to anybody, so nice, right? So kind. And then talk to the wife, so rude, right? So be the opposite. You see with the wife. So your beauty has to be what? For the husband. Physically and also mentally, spiritually, right? Okay, so the first one, the function of the cloth, to cover. The second one, beautify. Okay, what the other function of cloth? Protection. To protect your dignity, right? The husband, Allah gives you something. You know what the Prophet said: if a man look at a woman and attractive to you, just go home. So you will find in your wife what you find in her. The same with the wife. So also the woman have to protect her dignity after you marry. You only belong to your husband. The same with the husband, right? Good, so you are passed, mashallah. Cover, beautify, protect. What another function of the cloth? Huh? To adjust. Adjustment. Right? You know, when you're wearing clothes, it's too long, what you do? You can cut, you know. It's too wide, you can, right? So marry like that. Sometimes you find a lot of things in your wife, you don't like it, right? What do you have to do? You have to adjust. You have to give in something. You understand what I mean? For example, you find your wife talk a lot, for example. Don't focus to that one, right? But she cook good. She take care of the kids and good. So why you focus to that talking a lot? The same we find in your husband, for example, right? Some children like. So don't focus to the thing. You know, sometimes a woman have more, if you focus to that more, it's ugly, right? But you look at the whole, wow, she's more pretty because of that, right? That's the Prophet said. Huh? So we have 4 now. What's the other function of the cloth? I can give you 20. SubhanAllah, the Quran make very short, but it's very deep. What's the other function of the cloth? In Arabic said, a dipu, give you warmth. It means sometimes your wife not in good mood, your husband not in good mood, it's some problem. What's the function of both of them? You have to be doctor, be nurse. When Muhammad SAW, he was scared when he received the first revelation, right? He was scared, Ya Khadija, Zamiluni, Zamiluni. What Khadija did? Look at a good wife. Did he say, I told you, man, what did you do and then wanted them? Look at what happened to you. You're crazy, no? Right? Like some wife like that, right? Khadija said, Kalla la yukhzik Allah. I said, Muhammad, Allah will not put you down. Because you are so nice. You're nice to the husband. You're nice to, you're nice to what? To the poor, to the needy. You have a good relation with your family. So Khadija mentioned about good things. People like you, Allah will never discuss. Right? The same, sometimes you come home, your wife not in good mood. Right? Because some people, sometimes the wife is crying, changing, right? What you changing in there? Spoil or something like that. Entertainment. And the woman sometimes is strange. When you ask them, are you okay, honey? I'm okay. Right? Can you tell me? No, I don't think I'm okay. Yeah? Okay. So we have how many functions on the clock? We have 5, right? Anybody can get me as another function of the clock. You always have to beautify you. Right? What's another function of the cloth? Protection. Protection, we mentioned also. Health, yeah. Function of the cloth is you can use it for summer and winter. Right? So we have clothes for summer, we have clothes for winter. So therefore, you know, very interesting, Allah mentioned about the believer. Said the believer is like a tree. The parable, the resemble of the believer like a tree. Anybody can guess what tree? Welcome. Yeah. Kira-kira pohon apa? Yes, date palm tree, pohon kurma. The believer like what? Pohon kurma, date palm tree. Okay, why the Prophet give example? You know, the way the Quran and the Prophet, when you want to describe something, and this is an Arabic custom also, is by giving example. Why is it? And it is very important for you when you want to teach your children. By giving all comparison example. Why is it? Number one, you know the Arab, when somebody said, for example, we say Joko is brave man. He didn't say Joko brave man. Joko is like lion. If he's so brave, he said he is lying. That's the Quran always mentioned, right? So now the Prophet, he could give lecture about the quality of the people. That's too long. He said, you like what? Dead palm tree. No, let me study the palm tree. What difference between this tree and the other tree? Right? Everything from that tree is beneficial. Nothing wasted. Do that. Okay. Daun, the leaf, what for before? They used to. Huh? Yes. Okay. Oh,
Sponsor jamu.
Kalau saya ingat jamu itu, you know, there's the Indonesian soldier in China wanted the storm, right, wind to destroy all the tents, except Indonesian tents. Kemahnya nggak di-destroy. You know why? Because they have minum jamu tolak hari ini. So the UN was surprised. Oh, we have this one. Jamu tolak hari ini.
My husband doesn't smile.
No, it's difficult to translate.
Your wife's gonna translate it tonight.
Better, yeah. Okay, what I talk about? Okay, that's one thing. That's one thing. Okay, the trunk was for a pillar before, right? And also the death is good. So the Prophet also said, be like that palm tree, that thing, everything from you have to be what? Benefit the others. Your behalf, your thoughts, no? Your advice have to be benefit the others. Somebody asked the Prophet, Man ahabul nas Allah. Who the most beloved people to Allah? What we can guess? Huh? So, yeah, the one who gives benefit to others. Right? Okay. Now, what's the other special in that country? You know, that country, when they become older, the fruit become better. Tambah tua pohonnya, hasilnya bagus. That's the reason. When they become older, become closer to Allah. Right? They get benefit more to the others. Karena ada orang tambah tua tambah sentil, tambah tua tambah lagi. That's the reason. Okay, what's the other benefit of that country? Huh? There's no season. You know, can you eat banana when it's not wet? Belum No. But there, the young one they call bara. You like it, right? It's good, sweet. And then become tamer. And it's very rare to become what? What do you call it? Luto. You know, when Isa was born, he gave luto. It is sunnah when you have baby to get the luto. To chew it. And we call tahni. The Sahaba, when they have baby, they brought the baby to the Prophet. The Rasulullah chew the luto and put it to the baby. What for them? So the first thing the baby tested is what? Sweet. Inshallah, when they grow up, they like to share the sweetness with others. So therefore, don't give vinegar. Right? Okay. What's the other benefit of that one thing? So no season. So the Muslim also no season. The Muslim they are good in Ramadan, after Ramadan, before Ramadan, right? They give not only zakat, they give sadaqah, nafaqah. They always. That's the Muslim. What's the other benefit of that palm tree? That palm tree is not need to take care of them lot. You know, you have trees, right? rice, and like, you have to get everything. Then from three, they don't need to put the water on. They just build themselves. No. Right? And also, sometimes we have three, and the three bothering the others. Like the rose with the other and destroy the other. Then from three never. They just stay there. They go down. Wow. So the Muslim always like that. He never bother the other. He never makes somebody sad or grieve because of the action that we have, of his behalf. Right? And what's the other benefit? I can talk a lot about. Rasulullah gives said that you are like the tree and you can learn a lot from it. SubhanAllah. And one thing, very important. You can learn from that boundary. What's it? There's something always they are firm and stable. Medina, in the winter one, very cold. Even the wind comes to your bone. In the summer, very hot. What happened with that country? They die now. Oh, no. They stay. That's the reason. Our life, lot of tests, right? From your family, from the community, from your father-in-law, mother-in-law, many things, right? But the believer always not goes right? Okay. So there's one ayah. Another ayah Allah talk about Mary. He said, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ said among the signs, right? Among the signs of his greatness, and خَلَقَ he created for you, right? Your partner, husband and wife, min anfusikum, from yourself. I want to think about the word anfusikum. Why always the word anfusikum? From yourself. Allah wants to tell us, number one, marry is ibadah. Okay? When you marry, you get the word from God. The second, if you have problem after marry, don't call 911. Call one. You call 911 costly, right? Call Allah. Mean anfusikum from yourself, that means after marry, be careful. When you hurt your wife, you hurt yourself. When you hurt your husband, you hurt yourself because you are able to marry. What is the goal of marriage? لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, to find sakina. You know the word in Arabic, sakina, from the word sakan. What knife in Arabic? Sikin. Because knife will make the animal who was brutal, you put the knife cut. In Arabic, when you write word, for example, al-masjidu, right? Dhamma. You put sukun, you read what? Masjid, sukun. House in Arabic also what? Maskan. So that means house has to be what? Place for what? For sakina, for tranquility, for peace. Right? What's the Allah said to Adam? Ya Adamus kun. Dwell. Stay in peace. That's the goal of marriage. But how to gain peace? How to have home that's full of peace and harmony and tranquility? Allah put three things here. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. And He made between you what? Mawaddah. What mawaddah mean? Huh? Love. Right? You said love. What another word for love in Arabic? Huh? Hope. The Arabian said, my darling of Habib. The woman said, Habib, I love you, and I love you. Right? That's the love. What difference between hope and mawaddah? Mawaddah is not only love. Mawaddah means you have to be ready to accept, to explain your taste. Before marrying, something you have lot of expectation, right? Right? Oh, my wife after marriage, she will think that your wife will come, but after marriage, when you come home, you will smiling, you will say, how are you, honey? Right? Like in movie, I look like that, right? But something in reality is different, right? You also, before you marry, you thought that you had like Arjuna, you had one like, almost like, when you meet you, almost smiling, almost nice, almost dressed up, right? But after marriage, something what? It's different. Number one, so don't put any expectation in anybody. Because if you do that, and then you didn't get it, whatever, despite put your expectation in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't expect nothing from your wife, and then she gives something, you say, wow, I don't expect it, right? You are happy, right? So therefore, after marriage, you find in reality different what you have to do. Mawaddah. This is my wife, alhamdulillah. This is my husband, alhamdulillah. That's the meaning of it. You accept the reality. Right? I'm sorry, something I mentioned many times. The husband and wife fighting, right? And the husband said, you talk too much. And the wife said, no, you talk too much. And then one day the husband, he found a study. According to study, he said, woman in 1 week talk about 30,000 words. Men only 15,000. So he's happy. Honey, come here. Remember I told you to talk too much? Look at this. This is a study. You talk too much, 30,000. But you know, never have argument with the woman. You will never win. Allah gives woman very intelligent. When it comes to argument, she always wins. My wife always wins. Right? The woman said, me, I expect you. Why? Yeah, why? Because every time I talk to you, I have to repeat twice. And one day, husband and wife was fighting. They left in the car. And then husband gets angry, shut up. Okay, shut up. But the husband is still angry. And then on the right side, they saw a cattle. Like lamb, cow. The husband is still angry. Husband is wife. Is your family? Imagine, said, cattle family. But the wife very smart. I said, yes, in-law. So never had argument.
Good man.
And one day the wife was wearing wedding ring on the wrong finger. The husband said, why you put the wrong finger? Because I'm very wrong man. He said, okay. So, mawaddah, this mawaddah, right? You accept. You know, if people study this, they will know how problem is marriage. If you understand the word mawaddah, no problem. You know, Rasulullah wife, you know, there is no marriage without problem. No. If Allah gives exception, Allah will give to who? To Muhammad. Even in Muhammad marriage, there is problem. The reason Allah revealed few verses, even chapter of Tahrim, because some problem. But Rasulullah, he knows how to handle. Right? Mawaddatan wa rahmah, love and mercy. Why Allah put these two? Love and mercy. Because love is very strong where? In the beginning, right? Sick man mostly. Right? You agree with me? Okay, sick man. The Arabs they call Shahr al-Asad, honeymoon. Shahru means man, Asar means honey, so honeymoon. But after 6 months, they call Shahrul Basal, onion moon. You know onion? You start smelling something. So what Allah said that if you smell it now, what happened? Rahmah. Don't forget mercy, gentleness. Subhanallah. Allah knows it. Right? A man came to Umar. Umar, I want to divorce my wife. Why? I didn't love her anymore. Umar said, if everybody be like you, the marry finished. You marry only for love. Where's your mercy? Umar said, where's your mercy? Right? So, and then the ayah ended with what? Love, mercy, right? لِقَوْمِ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. This is the style for people who reflect. So, if you're in Arabic, then mawaddah, rahmah, and fikra. Question to you. Mostly when people have problem and marry, because they use what? Use emotion. Use what? Emotion. Allah said, don't always use your emotion. Use what? Your intellect. No, your name John, right? John. John, you ask your wife, what food you like? American food. Okay. I said, honey, can you cook pizza for me? Okay. So you're hungry, you come home, and you come home, honey, what's pizza? Ah, something I forgot. No, if you use your emotion, what do you have to happen? You get angry. You never listen to me. You don't love me. You get angry, right? Allah said, use your mind, your intellect. It is worth it to get angry because of pizza. Or your wife asked you to buy something. She needed it. And you come home, honey, did you buy? And he said, oh, the store is closed already. And forget. No, your wife, if you use emotion, whatever, she will get angry. But Allah said, use your mind. It is worthy to get angry because you forgot something. Subhanallah. This, if you study this, subhanallah, because most people are fighting because of what? Small thing. Not supposed to. Right? And then Allah SWT, after describe of this ayah, the Prophet described about the husband wife and the wife wife. When somebody came to me and counseling, majority of them didn't know their right. The husband knows what is responsibility. Because now when people marry, they're busy with what? Busy with what? Huh? With what food you get to present day. It is in Hyatt Hotel or Sheraton, right? We're going to invite them. All the parents busy with them. And they forget how to train their children. You see, long time ago, in 6 months, the mother trained her daughter how to begin one. In 6 months. If you have a son, then the father teach him how to be good husband. Right? Let me start with what is the wife right? Right? Now what the duty of the husband? I know that all the lectures that I mentioned to you, already. Just want to remind you. What's the first right of the wife? The first to give the mahar. What mahar means? The dowry. Right? Mahar is symbol of love also. When Ali bin Abi Talib, he went to get married with the Prophet daughter Fatima, he didn't have nothing. But Rasulullah said, Ali, give something. And you have something. And you have nothing. And he had armor to fight. So he sold it. And he bought a gift to Fatima. The Prophet said, Tahadu tahabu. Exchange gift, we produce love. And for husband, it's not only when you marry. After a while, you come home, make her surprise. Even just borrow. And he's saying, For woman is something, right? Not after 10 years, nothing. You know, one day they had the woman complained to the Imam, said, my husband never did nothing. So the husband came home, and the chef invites him, and the husband came home with the flower. When he came to the woman, and said, who told you the chef, right? So something woman not appreciate. That's means not from you. Right. Okay. The second, an-nafaqah. An-nafaqah means the expenses. In Islam, this three things is the duty of the husband. Because they recognize the law. This is man's responsibility. Okay. Housing, right? Once again, food and drink. Again, clothes. This is the minimum. If when you marry with woman, her income more than you, this thing is the duty of the husband. If woman pay, and then the husband have money, have job, you know, you can demand, so hey, spend my money. That's the Quran. Al-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa bima faddala ba'duhum 'ala ba'd. He said, Rijal man is the leader of the home. And as you a sister, you have to accept it. You know, airplane need one, the pilot. The ship need one, the captain. The train need one. What do you call it? Mercedes. No, we have one. Huh? Engineer. The corporation company need one. CEO. Home need also one. That's the leader. You know, in America, there is a woman. She married 4 times and fell because she wanted to be boss at home. So she wrote a book. You can Google and Amazon. I think the title, The Submissive Woman. That means don't be like me. Because the chain what Allah put it. Right? Why Allah put men to be a leader? He said, because Allah gives to both of you, men and women, something privilege. Allah gives certain things, right? And then he said, وَبِمَا أَنْفَقُوا, because men give nafaqah. And he said, the best nafaqah is nafaqah to your wife. Don't think that you give nafaqah or Nollywood. It's even better than salah. When the men work hard and then they give money to the wife, to the family, in the sight of Allah is very high, not low. Right? The Prophet said, give nafaqah, even a morsel, you know, a morsel, a swab, you put in the mouth of your wife. You know something, you watch movie, American movie, how the husband took like piece of food and put the mouth of the wife, right? He said, oh, there's no one to pray. This was so not deep. When Rasulullah had food, Aisha come here and put nice. Right? Rasulullah, if he have apple, he called Aisha. Aisha, you eat first. So Aisha ate it. And Rasulullah ate after her in the same spot. But many husbands know, when they have food, they eat everything. After finish, did you eat honey? Yes, you go, right? But not husband here. Here is good. Yeah? Okay. What is your right, wife right? Mahar, right? Maskawin, dowry, and what? Nafaqah. Number 3, Arabic al-mu'ashara bil ma'ruf. To treat her gently, kindly. وَآشِرُوهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. Said, treat your wife what? Gently, kindly. Allah is the word ma'ruf. Ma'ruf in what? No one. Everybody know it good. If you are from Turkey or from Indonesia, you know that is good. Right? I mentioned in the khutbah yesterday, to describe the word ma'ruf, I said woman need 3 A's, right? Remember that. Woman need what? 3 A's. Attention, what again? Appreciation, affection. Attention, appreciation, affection. So remember that. So you can ask him.
You forgot the third one. Yesterday you were trying to remember.
Okay, good.
That's good.
Attention, right? So, many men, before they marry, when, his fiancé talking, he was listening like this. When she received text, she always pay attention. You understand what I mean? Before marriage. But after marriage, have children, when the wife talking, just a few words sleeping with him.
You don't mix it. Bakit dia beto para sa mga?
Attention, very important. Woman need attention. Right? Woman, sometimes sometimes we have children. You was busy. They said, Daddy, look at this. Daddy, look at this. What? Nothing. Just want you to pay attention. Some kids, sometimes they broke the plate, the glass. Why is it? Because the parent never pay attention. So the only to invite them pay attention, I have to do something. This is dangerous. So we have to pay attention to the children and the wife. Right? He said, oh, I'm busy, right? Now ask question. Who is the busiest one in the world? Mohamad is a prophet, he's a leader, right? He is a teacher, his husband. But Aisha said, he always have time for me. Rasulullah used to have what you call racing with Aisha. Something you go to the park and when in Makkah, Aisha defeated. When in Medina, Rasulullah defeated. Aisha get mad. I said, because Rasulullah said, Aisha, so you get mad now. But it's fun. Both of them are fun, right? So attention, attention also means when your wife talks to you, pay attention. If you are in laptop, just close it. Yes, ma'am. Because some husband, the wife talking, still busy. You know. So there you go.
It's taking a memo.
Thank you. Okay, what's the second one? Affection. People love to be what? To be acknowledged. Especially a woman. You have to always pay attention. Even when she dries up, say something. Wow.
So ugly.
Jangan kayak orang Betawi udah pakai pakaian rapi, kamu sama aja. Orang Betawi. Orang Betawi itu kalau orang mau meninggal, ada orang Betawi kan? Ada orang meninggal, itu jangan nyebut. La ilaha illallah. Gitu. Nyebut. So one day, this man was lying down on the street. Dia orang Betawi, bisa meninggal. Pak, nyebut. Grogol. Orang Batak. Garogol. Yeah. Okay. So, appreciation. You have to appreciate, even small things, right? I have a story. It's Arab family. It's in Washington. So he invited his friend, and his wife, she's cooked good. So after finish, so he's still on his wife there. Everybody was saying, "Thank you very much, thank you." Nobody thanked his wife. Only husband. Even one of them was with her name. He said, "Thank you very much. May Allah give you a eat. May Allah give you woman in Jannah." So after 1 month, the husband at night said, honey, you know, my friend, they like your food. They will like to come again tomorrow. What do I say? I said, let your whole in cook for you. Also appreciate mean, you know, sometimes we have gathering a lot of guests. Because in America you don't have servant. So you have them clean the house, or this or something. That's what appreciate. Yeah? Ask a question now. You know, if somebody visiting Rasulullah at home, what do you think? What's Rasulullah doing at home? Reading Quran, no? Making dhikr, no? The Sahaba said, Kana fi mihnati ahli. He was helping his wife. Either he was cooking, or cleaning, or fixing the shoes. There was Rasulullah at home. Do you know how Khadija was dying? How she died? Anybody? She was praying, no? She was sleeping on a silver. Right? That means they was in good mood with the husband and wife. How does Allah die? The same thing on Aisha. Right? Nothing to do. So home had to be there. Right? So attention, appreciation, or again, affection. You know, men not too much wanted to be the wife say I love you, I care about you. Men is not very care about it, but women they are care.
So right.
So therefore, the way you call your wife has to be special. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved Muhammad, right? Did you find any ayah in the Quran said, Ya Muhammad? He said, Ya Adam, Ya Nuh, but you will never find Allah said, Ya Muhammad. How Allah to Muhammad? Ya ayyuhan Nabiyyun, Ya ayyuhan Rasul, Ya ayyuhan Muzammil, Ya ayyuhan Muddathir. No, never get Muhammad. Right? So therefore, when you call your wife, call American, they are good. How American they call his wife? Honey, what again? Sweetheart, what again? Sugar, what again?
Honeydew.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Honeydew.
That's right?
My husband called me dear.
Yeah. That's good. That's fine. Good. You know, Aisha said, I said, honey, I know if you get angry at me. I said, how? You call me Aisha. If not, you call me Ya Humayra or Aish. Because he had red cheek. And the Prophet said, Aisha, I knew to get angry at me. I said, how? The way you make dua to Allah. If you're not angry, he said, Allahumma ya Rabba Muhammad. Oh Allah, the Lord of Muhammad. But if you're angry, oh Allah, the Lord of Ibrahim. But look at both of them angry, but the way they express their anger is not like us. Open the eyes, the nose. Right? Can you do that? You're angry, just call different name. Can you understand? So when Rasulullah said Aisha, Aisha understood Rasulullah is getting name. Just by that. Yeah? So what the first one? Attention, appreciation, and affection. And also, one of the important in marriage, to keep the marriage, is forgiveness. To forgive easily. Never, when you fight, never take too long. Right? You know, when you pray, if you fight and then you pray the whole, for example, you cannot fight again. Why is it? You understand me? If you fight with your wife and then you pray, and after praying you cannot fight again. Why?
The prayer is not accepted.
Because when you pray, you promise to Allah. What is it? Assalamu alayna وَعَلَى عِبَادِ اللَّهِ الصَّالِحِينَ. Allah, I promise I'm going to give peace, right, within us and all the righteous of Israel. Among them you are. See, after Salam, hey, come here. Allah saying, this is very important. Also, when you fight, just fight in the same subject. Don't bring the other subject. Right? You fight about food, for example. You fight about the kid. Just about that. Why you bring your father-in-law? Some husbands, sometimes they fight with his wife. I hate your mom. So why you bring your mom? Just something. Come on. Right? And also, when you fight, don't bring the fuss. Don't bring the fuss. You know, this husband, when they have argument, fight his wife, they put the computer. And then when they fight, come here, look at this. Look at this last year. What you did. Why you always remember bad things? Just remember. Right? And also when you fight, do not fight around people whom you love. Who? Your children. Never. Because they was helping their future. Children cannot say nothing, but it affects them in the future. You know, I work as Muslim chaplain, right? I ask most of the inmates who become Muslim now, why become criminal? What the answer? It's proper no. Because they always see what has done my fighting. So therefore, if you are in fighting, and your children come, you have to pretend like you are not in fighting. Then you can go to the room when you fight there. Right? Very, very important. And also, don't forget also that to make dua for both of you. So when you are alone, most difficult to make dua for your husband. You will make dua for everybody. If your husband has something you don't like, ask for that. You know, I want my husband to be nice to me, not to do that. Allah listen to me. The same with the husband. You know, my wife talk too much. Whatever you want. Yeah. So now we talk about the right of the wife. Now we talk about what? You have to be fair, right? The right of the husband. It means what's the wife to do. The first question is what Allah wanted from woman. Basically, Allah wanted two things. If you do two things, for you Jannah. To be a good wife and to be a good mother. Good wife and good mother. What does it mean? That means when it comes to these two duties, you never compromise. Yes, you can have job, you can work, but if your job, right, will destroy your selfish to your husband, will destroy the education of the children, never compromise. Because nobody can be president. That's number one. Number two, the wife has to know the position of the husband. I mentioned in the khutbah, a man came to the Prophet. Ya Rasulullah, I believe in you, I know you, I'm a Muslim, but I want to have confidence. I want to have my iman strong. What do you want? You know that tree? Yeah. Can you talk to that tree? Prophet said, just call it. So the man said, oh tree, the Prophet called you. The tree moved like this and then walked. Imagine you see a tree walking. The man called the tree until he faced the Prophet. The Prophet asked the tree, so, Ya ayat wa shajarah man ana. O tree, who am I? The tree said, Labbaika wa sa'dik. He answered with a polite way in Arabic. Annaka Rasulullah. Laqad addaita risala wa nasafat ummah. You are the messenger of Allah. He gave back it back to him. And then the tree returned again. The man is so happy. So long. Can I kiss your forehead? He said, go ahead. Can I kiss your hand? Go ahead. Can I make sujood to you? For respect. Rasulullah said, no. If I command someone to make sujood to the others, I will ask the woman to make sujood to her husband. So she knows the position of the husband. You understand? No, question to you. Sister, if your father passed away, how long did your Lord have like ta'ziyah, condolence? 3 days. Now, if your husband passed away, how long? 4 months, 10 days. Iddah. 4 months, 10 days. You cannot marry. That's how Allah put the. When the woman came to the Prophet, want to complain about the husband, Rasulullah said, be careful. Huwa jannatu wa nar. Your husband is your Jannah and your hellfire. What does it mean? You could be the Jannah because of husband or hellfire. Right? That's Allah. This is not me. Allah's not Allah put the position. Right? So let's say, very important that the wife will know the position. So therefore, question to you. You are at home, your mom at home, your husband at home. Your mom call you and your husband call you. You know, which one you have to respond first? Husband. You understand? Now, notice the opposite. You as husband. Your mom call you and your wife call you. Which one responds first? Your mother. And you as a woman, don't get angry. Because one day, when you have son, right? Your son will get married. Remember that. Don't angry. Because when your husband call you, you cannot ask your sister, can you come to my husband? No, you can replace. Because maybe your husband needs you now. Right? And nobody can replace him. But this is the ruling. But in practical, you can say, honey, I know you need me, but because my mom called me. So the husband understands. Right? It's not like strict like that. Because you don't want to hit your mom. But you can't be husband first. Like Rasulullah, you know when one in Islam, if you have food and we have people like this, I have to give it to the right or the left first. Right. But look at Rasulullah. On his right was the boy, young boy. On left one old man. You understand? If Rasulullah gave to the boy, maybe the old man will feel insulted. But if he gave to the old man, Rasulullah broke the rule. Because always have in mind, right? What Rasulullah did? He asked the boy. He said, I know you should return them. Can I give to him? So there's ruling also in practical, you have to be smarter. You understand what I mean? Okay. Another right of the husband, the Prophet said, the righteous woman, when the husband look at her, he prays. You understand? So what's your duty? Anytime your husband see you, what do you have to do? Smile. Because I'm sorry, you know, some wife sometimes look at husband like angel of death. The husband scared. You can do something, but not always. Smile. That's why, you know, Khadija is the only human being in the world receives salam from the Prophet and from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? One day, Khadija about to enter the house. The angel came. He said, Muhammad, look, Khadija is ready for you. And tell her, As-salam, you give us salam. Allah as-salam, say salam for Khadija. Why? Because Khadija, Allah's made her husband happy. Do you know that sometimes you can do a lot of ibadah at home? No, the husband when come home, you come home and you smiling, is ibadah. You come home, you make your wife laugh, is ibadah. The same with the wife. When your husband come home, you dress up, you smiling, is ibadah. You can almost smile like that. Lot of things. You know, even job to your wife is ibadah. Your kid is ibadah. That means you get the word from Allah. Right? Also, the right of the husband, after marriage, you have to protect yourself, your dignity, and also protect his wealth. You have to manage good the wealth. Especially now, in the age of Facebook. So you have to be careful. You have to be open. Because no secret. You can hide it from your wife. You can hide it your husband. Yeah, money, everything. Right? 80% of marriage problem because of what? Money. Yes. And also, as a wife, if your husband supporting his family, you have to be happy. If it is, not too much. Because you get reward too. Some wives are angry. Why are you helping your family? Because you have a happy family, then Allah protect his wealth. Allah increase it. The same with the husband. If you see your wife helping her family, husband is happy. Right? Because especially for men after marriage, you know why? In the inheritance, okay, if you have boy and girl, right? And the father died and left behind 3,000. How much the boy will get? 2,000, right? The girl? 1,000. You said it's not fair. No, it's fair. Because that girl who has only 1,000, she don't need to spend to anybody. When she married, the man had to support her, right? But man, have 2,000, right? If you're going to get married, she has to give everything, right? If his uncle, his aunt, his family need, that man is duty to support them, not woman. You can volunteer, but Allah will not demand you. But man, Allah demand. So that's what if there's Muslim Islamic state, the woman should be protected everything, financially, physically. The government has to take care of it. That's in Islam. Okay. So the last one, inshallah, then we'll open the question answer. I have two stories. Maybe the story can, some benefit. In America, I said, this husband and wife, they love one another. One day, there is a disease spread in that city. It infects the skin. That means if you have that disease, sickness, you become ugly. So one day, the wife looked at the mirror, oh no, maybe me. Because he saw something. So she went to her husband. Honey, if that happened to me, you still love me? Oh, don't worry. Whatever happened to me, I will love you. But she down. The next day, the husband went to office and came back, he had accident. So the husband became blind. Husband what? Blind. The wife became happy and sad. Sad because he's blind. Happy because of what?
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. The husband will not see the ugliness. They lived for 5 years until she died. And the husband blind, they joined the funeral. So after finishing the funeral, the husband said to the one who almost with him, said, I'm going home. I said, what? You cannot go home alone. Yeah. You're blind, man. No. I was not blind. I just want to make my wife happy. He sacrificed the 5 years, but to the lion for what? To make the wife. Okay? To be fair, I have another story. Right? This is for you. You are happy now. Our husband and wife. Another story. There is a wife. Her husband is rich, handsome, but she worried that her husband looked at other women. So she went to, like, a long time ago called Hakim, like Dukun. Right? Said, Hakim, what? I love my husband so much. But he is handsome, rich. I'm worried that my husband looked at other women. You have something that I can spell it or read it. He said, Mom, you asked something very difficult. But I can help you with one condition. I said, what? If you can find for me just one of the hair of the lion, bulunya macam. Sir, lion is white than anyone. That's the condition. Because she really loved her husband, she went to the man who was an expert about lion. And the expert said, man, lion only attack men if they are hungry. If not hungry, they are nice. Oh, that's good. So every day, the woman went to jungle and bring a meat. And drop the meat and lion food. Almost every day. Of course, after a while, what? The lion become familiar, right? It's a nice woman. So no woman can play with the lion, right? Sleep together. So one day, while the lion is sleeping, she took one of the hair and she ran. Hakim, I got one. The Hakim was surprised. You are so a great woman. How you did it? Oh, I feed it. I was so nicely, I wiped it like this, I play with it. I said, Mom, look, your husband is not white like the lion. If you treat your husband like that, you will love yourself.
It's so cute.
It will be the same, right? Yeah. So that a few tips, inshallah, about how to establish beautiful marriage, right? And we hope. I know you already practicing this all, right? Just to refresh you, inshallah. Yeah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Sheikh. But now let's open the question and answer session. Anyone has a question to ask, please feel free. Ada yang tanya?
Kalau ada yang tanya, aku yang tanya, Pak. Assalamualaikum, Sheikh. I was wondering how is Prophet Muhammad SAW managed his life. He is a busy man, and he is also has how can he express everything that takes all time until he slept again? Because he has so many wives. Even my husband only one wife. He's so busy with me. He cannot be. He has so many wives. I still complain, he has no time for me. So please, if you don't mind, explain, what hour by hour how together, happy,
It's a good question, alhamdulillah. But before you answer the question, I have a story. There is a brother who came to London in early age, young, before he came to London, he was practicing Muslim. But when he get to London, he get lost, a girlfriend, dream, they marry, have 3 kids. But one day somebody invited him like for halakha. Something word can change people. Lecture and touch his heart and he returned to Islam. Start praying, right? When somebody become Muslim, right? And then you see your partner, they far away from what you believe, no? What do you feel, no? You feel strange, right? And also his wife noticed, no? He never smoke, he never drink again, But also he tried to convince his wife, she was Christian, right? That this religion is the true religion. But always end up with what? With fighting. Because the wife not practicing Christian. I said, no, I was brought up as Christian, I will never change. But alhamdulillah, he found a good sheikh, a good teacher. So he counseling with him, Sheikh, I'm worried. What? I have 3 kids. My wife Christian. I know I'm going to heaven with my kid. I want to become Muslim. But we always ended with argument. What the teacher said? Never ever talk to your wife about Islam. Sheikh, what do I have to do? Just study how the Prophet to be good husband. Learn his character, how he did his wife. Alhamdulillah, he listened. So in 3 years, he never ever what? Talk about Islam to his wife. But his ex, he showed Islam by what? By action and behalf. So one day, it was premagrib after 3 years. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. He found what? The lady was praying behind me. Now so finished. Is you? He said, yeah. Why? I said, look, in 3 years, you are like new human being. You are so nice, so kind. You never call me name. You never even raise your voice. You are so nice to the children. And I believe this religion to be good. Good for you, good for me, good for my children. Right? How he did? Because he studied Mohamad. Right? To answer your question, Allah said in the Quran, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ وَأُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. He said, in the life, in the character, or in the personality of Muhammad, you'll find what? Good example. So Muhammad had to be what? A good example. Why Muhammad? Not Jesus, for example. Because Jesus cannot be a good example for the poor, for the rich people, because he's poor. Why not Sulaiman? If you are poor, he cannot be a good example because he's very rich. But Muhammad used to be poor, rich, right? Teacher, merchant. He had all his positions. I want to be a good leader, look at Muhammad. I want to be a good teacher, look at Muhammad. I want to be a good teacher, a student, look at Muhammad. Right? You find Muhammad. Right? So what Muhammad did, Muhammad basically divided his life into 3. So his life divided into 3. The first one, he fulfilled the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah had right. And then the right of himself. Everybody had right. You have to have race, entertainment, and also the right of the family. In other words, they always live in balance. Not too much with Allah, not too much with family, not too much with the community. They always balance. That's the secret of Muhammad able to manage all his balance. What we have problem with the Muslim now is no balance. Some husbands too much dedicated their time for job, to like nothing else. And then they thought, by doing that, something when the wife complained, you too much work, it's for you, honey. Is it right? Just always get this kid. No. Right? The same with the wife. The wife something busy with cooking, arisan, many things, and they don't have time for the wife, for the husband. Many things, right? So it's always. So what able to do what? The balance. If you have to know the balance, how much you give to the other thing, your life is good. Even at night, before he went to pray, Aisha said, Rasulullah to us, to worship my ear. Said, Aisha, you give me. He asked permission from Aisha to pray. Said, if not, can I pray to him? Some husband now just leave the house. Maybe they play domino, fishing, or whatever, right? Come home midnight. The wife was waiting. And then, honey, what will you? Shut up, go sleep. Not husband, Right? I have very good story. It's very interesting story. Rasulullah always came home after Isha. So one day, he had meeting. So he was late. Aisha was waiting. Sleepy, waiting. Aisha never sleep before the Prophet come. But almost midnight now, Aisha couldn't control. So sleepy. So what Aisha did, he slept behind the door. Because she worried if she sleep on the bed, and the on the door, she couldn't get. Yes, then? Behind the door. Put blanket like this. The Prophet came in. He about to knock the door, and Rasulullah said, oh man, Aisha now in deep sleep maybe. I don't want to bother her. So, what Rasulullah did, he took some leaf of the dead tree and put it behind the door outside. And slept it. Husband and wife, because you don't want to hurt the feeling, they sleep side by side and between them on the door. And the angel was watching them. So beautiful. Right? Now, in the morning, when Rasulullah woke up, and Aisha also woke up, Aisha opened the door. Because he couldn't go and find Rasulullah. No. If your husband, for example, you came at night, you knock in the door, and your wife might be deep sleep, you can open the door. Now you see your wife, what do you do? Where were you last night? You died, have to sleep outside, so angin lagi. Right? Rasulullah stood up, he said, Aisha sami ini. Aisha, please forgive me, it's my mistake. Yeah, go ahead. Next.
Yeah. So, thank you, Ustaz, for the tausiah and the reminder for us on the building the Islamic family. I have a question about the what happening in the US, especially that the divorce rate is now it's kind of higher, and it's not just the for the including the Muslims or families as well. And I know that if it is money, usually it's not easy because we live in the US, and alhamdulillah, most of the people who live here at least have great salaries and so on. So it's not the money issue. Yeah. The attention people in here is usually very detailed attention, right? But still we find that the increasing pregnancy because are very high. And if we look on the community, our community has done a great job in terms of the kind of marriage counseling in the masjid. What we see in the masjid is just usually just play to pray and to do the worship. There's not much other than that. So what the tip and sources that let's see, that will benefit our community and reduce the cost rate in the US. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I agree with you. As an imam in any community, so if you ask all the imam in the US now, most of the time the imam spend now is in the country. Yeah.
Bapaknya nggak kebagian, Pak.
Udah. Nggak ada lagi. Soalnya banyak.
The counseling in every imam in the US now, they are busy every week, sometimes every day, people counseling, right? And most of the problem that we find, and people sometimes not realize it. Anybody can tell me what's the most in the problem?
No, pantesan ada mau. Communication.
Huh?
Communication.
What do you think? What the cause of problem was the community?
Money.
Very good. What's again? Money, cheating.
What do you mean problem with money? Is it too much money or less money?
It's both, can be. Yeah, not managing the money. The woman spends too much or something. Or the husband very miser, lying, or not enough income. Many things. But my question is, what is the really, I mean, it's among the Muslim, right? The cause of the problem. There's many things there, but this cause is for me is the reason behind a lot of the thoughts. Huh? Respect, yes, that's one thing. Stable continuity. But something very important was that
Trust.
trust, okay, yes, trust. But I found mostly because of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's also. That's also. Disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either the husband or the wife, or both of them. You're not practicing. You know what the Quran said? Ati'ullaha wa rasula la'allakum turhamun. Said, obey Allah and Messenger, Allah will shower you with mercy. When Allah will the mercy because of what? They don't obey Allah. So sometimes the husband, the wife was get angry at me, and like my husband is doing it. And then I ask questions, sister, do you pray? And then sometimes the husband is sick, right? Or the husband drink. So, because in order to reconcile with the husband and wife, you have to reconcile with Allah. Because when you have taqwa, right, you feel Allah, you have something, is Allah watching you, the way you think you are different. The wife the same. Allah said you have to respect your husband, you have to, so this can also be. When I was in Olympia, look at this. A man from Palestine, his wife American. They have 3 kids, cute kids. Financially, they are good, right? The wife stay home. It was good, but always fighting, almost divorced. I was wondering, and also mostly the silly thing. Then I asked him, anybody else stay with you? The husband said, my brother. You have brother? Yeah. I never see him with you, man. He never played. What? Said, look, this is my advice. Ask your brother to move. Let them stay in with somebody else. Why? Just listen to me. So the brother moved. They never called him yet. Because when somebody stay with you and this person disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what happened? You get bala, right? You get calamity to them. Jesus Isa alayhi salam, one day he passed by the river and he drank water. When he returned, he saw the water is gone. So he asked the priest, what happened? He said, a man who will carry the salah, a man who is abandoned the salah, he drink when it's water. No question, do you know? If you have children, the Prophet said to pray when he was what? 7. Start 7, right? And then 10. When the 10 you don't want to pray, what do you do? You hit. No, the word hit is not meant like that. You can say, I take your iPhone, your game. So like punishment, you punish them. But don't hit here, because you go in there trouble. Right? No, if 14 not playing, what do you do? Huh? What do you do? According to Sharia, right? You can kick him out. Because you get to give what? Bala, right? Of course, after you. Now, something when you understand the hadith of is this too, too strong, right? What is called our benefit? Right? Why is it? It is better to have chicken, for example. Miara, you like the chicken, the cattle, and you bake here. Then you have the children, it's obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The chicken, if you have guests, you can slaughter it. You can get benefit from the egg. But somebody at home is obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will bring you what? Bring calamity and a calamity. Right? So, coming to the answer to Brother Joko, so the first thing I think, you have to bring that family back to Islam to understand the religion, to practice the Muslim. Because when you make peace with Allah, they will affect also peace with others. Right? Yeah. The problem that I face mostly in America, because of some of men, they live in America, but they follow the step of their father, the way they treat his wife. Especially in Arab culture, Pakistani culture, men like Raja, like a king. And the most problem I have in the community in Schererville, mostly come from what? Somali family. Somali. Why? Because in Somalia, men didn't do nothing. Somali is a custom. Men like king. So when he comes to here, of course, when the man like king, it's easy over there. Because the wife have mother there, cousin, and all family, it can help with us. But here, in most of the Somalia, they have 6 kids, 7 kids, 12 kids. Nobody has 2, 3 kids. So imagine they have 6 kids, and only the wife there take care of the kid. The husband come home, they sleep. And we have a big problem. So one of the problems that we have in this country, so we live in America, But we behave like we live in our country. In America, you have to share. Something I have to shop, right? I have to clean my house. I have to clean my room. You know, when I'm home, my mother not go with it, right? This is custom. This is woman's job, right? We cannot do that. That's the problem. Not only in family level, even in the masjid level. You know what people are fighting in masjid? Because they brought the culture. Right? Yeah. Not about Islam's culture. Right? And the last one, I think, was the problem that happened within the family. Either mostly they marry in early age. It is good to marry in early age, but mostly not mature enough. If you study statistics in America, you know, many marry ended with divorce because they're not mature enough to be responsible, and there's ended by it. Because when you have daughter here, they grew up in America, the way she thinks is different than what in our country, right? Because in America, the woman know their right, right? Yeah.
Like you said, if somebody in your house will not open your mouth, not praying, not fasting, something like that. But I have roommate. Okay, I have roommate from Iran, and and then they're not praying and not fasting and something like that. But I'm supposed to. I mean, but I don't follow. No, it's not belong to me. That the place is belong to me, so I have to just tell him because this weekend I said I think you have to move out. I said to him, why? Because I'm lying to him because I'm gonna quit in a job. So that's house company give to me because I'm working with them. But I think this month I'm gonna resign. So you have to be ready to find it another place to live with you. So it's okay if I do like that.
No, I think the best thing to do, you do the hour first.
I do, and then I'm telling, every day usually I'm praying at my room, but now I'm praying at the living room. So when he's coming, he will see me pray, and also when when the Ramadan coming, I'm so happy, and then I saw my happiness to welcome to Ramadan. I'm so excited tomorrow to Ramadan. So I make something. If you wanna have my food, please be my guest and halal. Anything in my place is halal for you. My food is halal for you. And then they said they're still not passing something. So last Monday I talked to him to move up, and then he looked like what they say, look like sharp, and then because he liked to live with me because he only can pay monthly, not in contract. You know what I mean? And then sometimes we're talking about also about because he's a Shia, so sometimes I'm talking about his true brother is a Shia. They're not so excited when Ramadan coming, and then you have not a good call to Tarawih, something like that.
Yeah, I think that basically, if after you did your job, you remind him, but still, and he claims he's Muslim, so what it is good, because then also will give.
But then when he very upset, every single time I'm at home, I smell something.
Yeah.
And then when I open the door, it's okay. Maybe it's not inappropriate for me to open somebody doors. I mean the room. But when I look, oh my Lord, it's like order, right? Order. Somebody keep everything in the room like organized. oh my God, smell is for animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Talking about disobey Allah. Like a couple of years ago, my husband and some of friends that married to American, Allah, I brought took them to the Ichla conference in Rosman. Like you said, it's not about Islam, about the culture. So we went to after break, we went to the what they call there's a cafeteria where the men and men sit and eat together, and in the morning after they eat, like you said, there used to be a king, there used to be everything. The wife served them, so they don't want to do all cleaning and everything. So after they finish eating, they left everything on the table, the garbage and everything. So my husband and I and a couple of friends who married to American came and then look at it. Oh my God! Even my husband said they don't know what they do. They don't know where to throw the garbage. They don't know how to clean this table. So it seems like Islam did give them wrong impression. That impression to the people who convert to Islam. Like I feel like I explain to them this is not about Islam. This is about culture, because they not used to clean themselves. They usually the wife clean everything for them. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
I don't know yesterday actually I want to ask.
Okay.
We're talking about, and my question is, how much time we can, is it allowed for us to have a Facebook? Sometimes, Facebook is like, you just want to text something, and then you're just, suddenly you are spending like 1 hour, you forget, being to run and kind of stuff. So what is your suggestion? Should I just, delete all, just avoid Facebook or, yeah, so this kind of stuff, what is your suggestion? Because some ulama say that Facebook is haram, but for me, I need it because it's the only sarana for for connecting me to my friends, to my family, and then there is also a lot of there is a lot of also posting and sharing some posts, that kind of stuff. But it's also dragging me into the wasting my time. So what is your suggestion about this?
Number one, look at the ruling. Everything like internet, Facebook, Twitter, camera is in category of Arabic called mubah. Mubah. Mubah means there's no reward, no punishment. Right? Mubah. That's the ruling. But mubah can become haram, can become halal and reward. TV can become haram if you're just watching the bad movie, right? But you can get reward from TV. By what? YouTube lecture, make movie about Islam, right? The same with YouTube. YouTube is beneficial now. YouTube can reach out people everywhere. Yeah. So sometimes people, one YouTube, million people watching that video. It's a good videos, right? So it's like the knife. Knife, you can use what? To cook, to bread, like. So Facebook is the same. I have Facebook, I really Facebook, right? But we don't drag it or don't, for example, you stay in Facebook for 3 hours, right? Because your time is very expensive, precious, right? And also there is, if you go to YouTube, there's good lecture by Abdurrahman Marfi. American, yeah.
Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah, he keeps our place. We invited for the youth always. It's good. He'll be with us on the camping. So he had a subject about dealing with Facebook. It's good. Another one, I think, last name is Basuni. Remember it? Basuni, last name. I forgot his first name. Walid Basuni. They have also something about. And the last one is webs, to have web. So they are American, both two of them, so they know all of Facebook. So have web very active in Facebook. Like Mohamad Ali has Facebook. I don't have Facebook. But they use it as Facebook because this kind of, there's two types of the youth now. They say everything haram. Facebook haram, all this. So one time website, Imam have web, he look into the, some Muslim look like they're, everything is haram. When he saw in Facebook, yeah, share, this is dangerous, haram. He said, you can say that, but nobody will stop to, he told me, to be in Facebook. If you say haram, so what, who going to do that? Who going to use it? Right? I said, that's not benefit you to say haram, haram, haram. Why don't you use that haram? You said haram, use it. So website, they use it. You know, we have thousands of people looking at his Facebook, and everything is beneficial. Right? So, for example, we record this, right? And you upload it, for example. You upload it in just one, and then even one person watching, and he learned something, you get paid. One time I went to Dallas, and then after a few years I come back again, somebody hugged me, and said, "Why hug me? Thank you, man." Remember the story you sent me? The story. I never even pay attention. They changed my life. It is true. Yeah.
What is your what is the guidance you expect to be beneficial for us? Because sometimes people that are just showing, I'm just feeling guilty by showing something and then it's going to be here or something. Sometimes, sometimes people that are like, look at my garden, look at I'm gathering, look at, I'm cooking this.
This one is depend on your intention. In Amal Bindiyan, action judged by intention. If you want to show your garden everything, just to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on behalf, and also to share with your friends, it's okay. Right? For example, we have Pengajian, right? Yeah. So you show people that. Yeah. So that, okay, people, that's the intention. Right? For example, when something happened in Gaza, remember Gaza? If you give lecture about how people are suffering, people might be filled. But if you bring a picture, when the bomb was killing the children, what happened to people? It's touching the heart. Right? Yeah. Tension. So the same also when we reach out people, how we can attract people more. Right? I have a young boy, he used to be my student, and then he went for Umrah with me. Something Umrah. Youth, if you have youth, if you have money, something bring it for Umrah. But Umrah in group, so they have Imam there. Because if you just go like that, family, you're going to be benefit. Just throw off aside. Because when we go, bro, with the youth, we get all the way. We have lecture there, here, and then when we go to the historical place, we explain everything. So, this boy live in Olympia now. So, when I came to Olympia, his father hugged me very tight. He said, "Boy, thank you very much." He said, "My son," he said, "he never wake up for Fajr. Never. Even you put water in the. But he said, after he came back with you from Umrah, he not only wake up for Fajr, he become Mu'adhin for Fajr Masjid." And then I saw his Facebook. His Facebook before is all about singer, about all this. No, everything he sent me about the good thing. The video of the good thing. Something people change. So now, he didn't say Facebook haram. he used it in a different way. Right? The problem with us now, what happened if you upload something like a pictures, and then you're waiting for the comment. And you're waiting until just see one two, the one who does for you, then just. Right? So anyway, don't become addicted. That means don't look at Facebook every day. Even when you do every day, the first thing you wasting your time, and also not very interesting. But after by some few days, 1 week, I want to see one more Facebook. It's different also, it's pressing it.
Thank you, Sheikh. So right now we are going to break for lunch, inshallah, and also at about 1 o'clock we're gonna have Zuhr, and then we continue at 2 p.m. for the last session, which is the continuation of this session about family.
Maybe lunch 30 minutes or dinner, maybe lunch 1:30.
1:30 is
So hard, yeah. So it's 20 minutes for lunch.
Oh, I see. No, actually, the next one is at 2.
No problem.
Before that, it's Zuhr is at 1, but I see.
You can play 1:30.
Okay.
So basically it's going to be lunch until 1:30, and then 1:30 we're going to pray Zuhr, and then at 2 o'clock we're going to come back here for the last session, inshallah. Also, if you'd like to keep your cups, we do have markers so that you can name your cups so we don't waste them. I think lunch is ready in the garage. Assalamu alaikum.
Yang merah tu ya?